exactly what I think.
He is our guy. I don't want to pay high taxes. I don't want my children to inherit a $38 million debt. You see what I'm saying? $1 trillion debt. Okay, but like I said, the old saying, why now though? That old saying, when you come for the king, you better not miss. They missed. For 9 years, the establishment, they did everything they could in its power to destroy Donald Trump. They weaponized the justice system. For 9 years, the establishment, they did everything they could in its power to destroy Donald Trump. They weaponized the justice system. Okay? Joe Biden, they launched bogus investigations. They dragged him through the impeachment process 2 and now 3 times. They fed the media endless lies. They created a political environment that branded him, this man, a villain, a dictator, and a threat to democracy. And what happened? You're going to have crazy people that believe the hype. And some people bought into that hysteria. And some of those crazy people took it seriously and they tried to unalive this man. That's what happens when you gin it up like that. That wasn't an accident. That was not random. That wasn't some lone wolf. That is a direct result of the fear and hatred that the lies that the establishment has spent years pumping into the American public cause. That's what that is. It's like putting it in a petri dish and you wondering why bacteria won't grow. It does, it's gonna grow. You put bacteria and some substrate in a petri dish, the bacteria will grow. It doesn't have to be intentional. It comes out the air, literally. They made Trump out to seem like a monster, and then they act shocked when somebody tried to take him out. And now we're seeing what happens after they miss. Trump is coming for all of them. And I'm here to watch. I'm here to watch the carnage. You understand? I'm gonna make a lot of money on YouTube doing a play-by-play of this carnage. Okay, we have politicians who sold out the American people, and now they're getting exposed. We got bureaucrats who funded tax dollars into their own pockets, and now they're getting audited. The media, these media figures who propped up this corruption, they're losing credibility by the second. They got MSNBC is probably gonna get sold or go bankrupt. And then you have these corporate elites who bought influence, and they're about to lose their golden ticket. And when this is all over, there will either be a lot of people in prison, defamed, or disgraced, and their careers are going to be destroyed and their power stripped away. And they are panicking. See, at this point, we're not just talking about political revenge. We're talking about consequences. For decades, these folk, they played a game. They were unchecked. They were untouchable and unaccountable. And they thought, oh, we could just do this forever. We're going to play the game. You scratch my, they'll never snitch on us because, you know, we can snitch on them. They'll expose themselves. See? They thought, if anybody comes up, we'll just defame them. We'll just destroy them and discredit them and bury it. They can't do that with Trump. They tried already. Everything this man said, I could unalive somebody in the middle of Times Square, my people would still vote for him. He was right. Shout out to Johnny Harris. You can't defame Donald Trump anymore. He can pretty much do what he wants. There's nothing you can say about it. What are you going to say? He slept with prostitutes and paid a hooker. Oh, okay. He cheated on his wife. And what does that have to do with Elon Musk exposing you all? And see, now they've met the one man who's not going to back down from them. The one man who they couldn't take out, the one man they tried to ruin, but who made the most spectacular political comeback that I've seen or heard of. They shot this shot, they missed, and now it's over for them, fam. So what do we expect to come? What do we see happening? Let me tell you what's going to happen. What I expect to happen is a lot of sudden resignations. That's what I see. I see some forensic audits of the federal agencies coming that's going to reveal some misuse of taxpayer funds on a massive scale. Okay, I see a lot of forensic accounting of politicians' personal bank accounts, which will show where the money really went. And then when it's all laid out, and these corrupt politicians, they're going to have two choices: resign or go to prison. Maybe. Okay, I want you to think about this. How does someone like Nancy Pelosi, a career politician on a government salary, become a multimillionaire? And some of you say, well, she did trading. Okay, cool, got it. You guys know AOC, right? Who was a bartender. And just a few years ago, she was a bartender. Now she has suddenly amassed wealth beyond her salary. I want you all to Google AOC's net worth. How does that happen? Google AOC's net worth. Somebody write, I want the internet to do what the internet does. Google AOC's net worth. Go ahead and Google it. Right? And when you look at it, you're gonna say, man, the math ain't math. And shout out to everybody who's contributed to the Cash App. This math doesn't add up. This is the moment Washington, D.C. feared would never come. A real president with real power who's not playing with these people and who's exposing the truth. Now, what has Doge discovered so far? Let's get down to it. Let's go ahead, because our Uncle D has compiled an extensive list of what Doge has done so far in 18 days. Somebody type 18. It's only been 18 days. This is where we at, right? We've learned that USAID, and I'm going to start with them, USAID is basically a political slush fund, okay? The official name is the United States Agency for International Development, right? It's supposed to be used for humanitarian aid, but instead, it's been exposed as one of the largest money laundering operations for politicians and special interest groups and global elites. Here's what they found so far: billions of dollars funneled overseas with little or no accountability. Contracts awarded to fake companies tied to politicians and their families. And then they also have these massive aid payments, which suspiciously are timed right before elections and political campaigns. Somebody talking in the chat room. You see? They have millions of dollars spent on little projects for these little politicians just make stuff up. It's ridiculous. Now let's go over some stuff in detail. Are you with me? So they spent $8 million, specifically $7.9 million of your tax dollars that you sacrificed for. You work those extra hours to try to get money, and then they just turn around and take it right out your check. And then at the end of the year, when it's your tax return, they don't give it to you. They spent $7.9, shout out to my man Eric Brodus, $7.9 million to teach Sri Lankan journalists how to avoid binary gendered language. What does that mean? We have people who in Sri Lanka who have learned how to not say he and she in their periodicals that they write. That's what you spent $8 million on that. That's where your money went. They don't have money to fix your roads, right? This is what they holding your check up for. Here's another one. $6 million to transform digital spaces to reflect feminist democratic principles. What does that mean? Sounds like bots, that they had feminist bots coming on to Facebook and YouTube to like, you know, push feminist rhetoric. $6 million for that. $2.1 million to help the BBC, that's the British Broadcasting Company, value the diversity of Libyan society. Do you all even know what Libya is? Well, you should know, because 2.1 million of your dollar, that's $2,100,000 went over there to help the British Broadcasting Company place the value on diversity of Libyan society. That's where your money went. $2.3 million for artisanal and small scale gold mining in the Amazon. You understand what I'm saying? This is where your money goes. Oh, and let's talk about the Rainbow Rights, the Rainbow Riders. They sent $2 million for sex changes for and LGBT activism in Guatemala. Is that what y'all asked for? That's why the Guatemalans are coming up here, because you didn't send all them people, too many damn folk down there that got switched up down there. Another $1.5 million went to promote LGBT advocacy in Jamaica. They spent, look, they don't have money to send Jamaicans food. They're not down there paying for scholarships for kids to go to college. Oh, but we can spend $1.5 million. All them raggedy roads down there, you spend $1.5 million teaching them folk how to be gay in Jamaica. That's what you're telling me? That's the best you can do with our American dollar? Where the Jamaicans at? Well, all the yard man at? Yard man. Where the yardies at? Yardies. They spent $1.5 million US to teach a man how to be a blood clot, blood clot, but I ain't gonna say it. I don't want YouTube to mess me up, but yeah.
Dennis Spurling got the mic on fire.
Black father, I have black son.
Tune in, weekly feeling inspired. From the heart, real talk ignite. Every episode brings the light. Subscribe, hit the like, won't you dare. Always inside. In this podcast, joy takes flight. Subscribe, hit the like, won't you dare. Share the love, you know it's fair. Join us every week, don't be late. Drop some coins in the collection plate. Drop some coins.
Donation. I thought it was a trash
Hey man, I'll do what I do. You know that.
Your ass, Clarence. Don't come over here. You tall black mother. Women up inside. I don't give a fuck about